Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Good morning. This is the first quarterly meeting for 2024 of the Virgin Islands Casino Control Commission. This meeting is hereby called to order. Today is Wednesday, March 27th, 2024. Roll call, please, Madam Clerk.
Good morning,
Morning.
Commissioner Luther F. Renee,
Present.
Commissioner Carolyn P. Herman Purcell,
Present.
Commissioner Marvin L. Pickering.
Present.
I have 3 commissioners present, sir.
Thank you very much, Madam Clerk. The commission is comprised of 3 members. All 3 members are present, thereby a quorum is established. Madam Clerk, would you please read the rest of the agenda into the record?
Item number 3, approval of minutes of November 15, 2023. Item number 4, reports of officers. Item A, Secretary Treasurer report. B, Vice Chair report. And C, Chairman's report. Item number 5, report of Division in Gaming. Item number 6, reports from casinos and casinos head. Item A, problem gambling awareness month activities. Item number 7, new business. A, approval of licensure resolution of number 000-2023. B, approval of resolution number 001-2024. C, approval of resolution number 002-2024. D, approval of licensure resolution number 001-2024. E, approval of licensure resolution number 002-2024. Item number 8, any other business. 9, adjournment.
Thank you very much, Madam Clerk. I would like to remind all in attendance to silence their cell phones or turn them off altogether. I'd like to acknowledge the presence of other staff members, beginning with our legal counsel, Attorney Devin Carrington, our freshly minted executive director, Ms. Linda Smith, who's the clerk today. This is her 3rd day on the job, and I told her that she's going to get baptized by fire. So welcome, Ms. Smith. Our special assistant for licensing and joint Mr. Henry Shine. Our IT support specialist, Mr. Davila, Davila. So welcome to our court reporter, Ms. Hart. Welcome, good to see you in person. And Attorney Oliver David, our friends from the casinos. Ms. Russell, Ms. Barnes, good to see you. And Mr. Cagle. Okay, good morning. Okay, so there are 2 items to be added to the agenda under new business, which I believe should be items 7F and 7G, if one of the right person. Okay. Resolution number 003-2024 and licensure resolution number 003-2024. Motion, please.
Sir, I move to amend the agenda to add under new business the following items. As item 7F, VICCC resolution number 003 of 2024, a resolution dated March 26th of 2024. And as a new item, number 7G, licensure resolution number 003-2024, dated February 2nd of 2024. I so move.
Chair, I move to second to add items to the agenda on the new business, the VICCC resolution 3-4 and item 7G 003-2024.
The motion has been made by Commissioner Herman Purcell and seconded by Commissioner Renee to amend today's agenda to add item 7F and 7G of VICCC resolution number 003-2024 and licensure resolution number 003-2024. Hearing no objections, the motion is hereby approved. Moving on to the next item on the agenda, which is the approval of minutes from our November 15, 2023. Commissioner,
Mr. Chair, I move that we accept the transcript of the minutes of November, our meeting held on November 15th of 2023 as the minutes. I have read that transcript and it comports with what occurred today, that day. That is my motion.
Chair, I move to second the motion to approve the minutes of November 15, 2023 of the VICCs for the meeting.
thank you, Commissioner. The motion to approve the minutes of November 15, 2023 has been moved by Commissioner Herman Purcell, seconded by Commissioner Renee. Hearing no objections, the motion is approved. Moving on to item number 4 on the agenda, reports of officers. As previously stated in our past meetings, we added this item to our regular agenda schedule in order that we inform the public of the activities undertaken by the commissioners and the staff in between our meetings. To that end, we will begin with the Secretary General report, followed by the Vice Chair report and then the Chair's report. Commissioner Herman, Commissioner Renee, please proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good morning again to everyone. Some of the activities that we were engaged in, and I was directly involved in besides regular VICC daily engagement. In addition to the public hearing on the casino renewal license and the initial casino license submitted by VIGL Operations LLC, there was some other noteworthy activities that took place that I think we have to note. The week of March 10th to the 15th, the VICC's office was closed. We do regret any inconvenience that closure may have caused you. But it is necessary to carry out a FEMA-sponsored maintenance project. The maintenance work involved installation of electrical air vents and the installation of fresh air vent grills above all doors and closet spaces. The installation of fresh air loop with grill to funnel smell the odor out of the building, and the fogging of the entire building. Consequently, the office had to be closed. The work involved commission members being here on weekends to accommodate the company that did the project. This is an ongoing project for which I will continue to be involved in. And as it relates to the same project, the commission received word from FEMA that there has been an adjustment made to the federal cost share program as it relates to the same project, and which means that our cost share now has moved from 95% to 98%, which is a good news for us at the commission at this point. I'm also happy to report on another worthwhile venture that I was involved in besides daily work. The commission feels that we have to make sure that our staff members are trained, especially in affairs related to the casino industry. The commitment of the commission in the development of staff is significant. And of course, employees also want to work for institutions that value their time, their effort, and skills. They also love to work for institutions that invest in them. So consequently, the commission feels that training programs, such as the one we were involved in, RG 247, it is called, which was introduced to us by Mr. Shang, and we thank him for that. And every commission member was to be involved, including the commissioners. We all took the program, we all enjoyed it, and it is really noteworthy that yesterday we had a very welcoming ceremony. And for the people who actually were first, second, and third in completing the programs RG 24/7. The review of the program included responsible gaming, slot machines and table games, anti-money laundering, human trafficking, and more. I am pleased to report that the 3 top places in terms of finishing and gaining their certificates were Mr. Henry Shang, our Special Assistant for Licensing and Compliance. In second place was Mr. Darren O'Reilly, our Archive Specialist, and Ms. Ramisha Smith, who is our Executive Assistant. But those were the first 3 places, unknown to me and the commissioners, that there was someone who was even farther ahead than Mr. Shang in first place. I believe he finished all the courses in about 2 days. And this was Mr. Louis. So we recognized him yesterday, and I was very pleased also to be involved in the project. I was the one who received all the certificates initially after the courses were completed. So I was pleased to be part of that project, and the commission's commitment to training, and not also the commitment, but the staff's enthusiasm in taking the courses seriously. They all tell you how much they have learned from it. They're now better prepared to do the work of the Casino Control Commission a little more in terms of the knowledge that they have gained. So, Mr. Chair, I was pleased to be involved in those 2 projects. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Renee, and I neglected to, I had it in my notes, but I neglected to recognize the birthday boy, Mr. Henry Shang. Happy birthday, Mr. Shang.
Thank you. Thank you. Maybe.
I thank you very much, Renee. I just wanted to note that the cost share, it went from, it was 90% And it went to 95 and 98. Yeah, it's just a correct one. Commissioner Anderson.
Thank you. My report covers the period since we last met on November 15th in 2023 to this. I'm just gonna summarize the report as is in our weekend packet. Just some highlights, conferences, webinars and trainings I attended. I did also complete the RG 24/7 training. I attended several webinars and seminars, helped me focus on problem gambling awareness on December 12th of 2023. Participated in a National Council on Problem Gambling webinar entitled Cultural Humility in Practice Building Bridges to Inclusivity. And January 9th of 2024, again, the National Council on Problem Gambling webinar, Preparing for Problem Gambling Awareness Month 2024, which we know this March. I also attended the National Council on Problem Gambling Digital Symposium entitled The Impact of Problem Gambling on Loved Ones. And yesterday received my 3 continuing education credits for such attendance and completed the survey. In-house, we had a cybersecurity workshop that was led by Mr. Odingo Davila. It's very informative as how we can protect our systems from cyber attack. And I thank Mr. Davila for organizing that and presenting it to the commissioners, executive staff, and the inspectors. And also we had Mr. Shang, who led a human resources workshop. That was for in-house and also the HR departments of both casinos, well attended. It's very informative. Staff, the casino staff, very interactive. I think they left here with a better understanding of what Mr. Shang wants and how they can meet what the commission expects for when they submit documents for the hiring of personnel. Projects. I contributed to the upgrade of our website, and I hope everybody goes to the website. I think it's the visuals are better. The information we know is now more accurate. We make sure to have that and easier to navigate. And for that, I thank Mr. Davila, our IT specialist, and Ms. Romisha Smith, our executive assistant, for taking the lead on that project. I participated in the final selection of a public relation firm and that firm is working to develop a long-term problem gambling responsible gaming media campaign for the commission. That company firm in St. Thomas, Mango Media, and you should soon be seeing what messaging from the commission, a unified messaging of what we want the public to understand about problem gambling, responsible gaming, and that should be soon out. Radio spots, printed material, billboards, TV. We're doing all things to get that message out, and that was a big focus for us. That contract was signed leading into March. So that's in this month of March, that was our emphasis for problem gambling, not so much the t-shirts and the giveaways that we did in previous years, but to hit and to know we actually enter that contract, something firm, something sustaining, lasting. I assisted Mr. Shang in his development of license and improvement of licensing forms. And again, Mr. Shang is being commended for his advocacy of streamlining that process. Mr. Shang, I think in the 2 years I've been here, he repeatedly came to meetings and said, we need to improve these forms. The commission has heard him. Those forms have been approved and should be available soon for everyone. And this is how it's going to make for the casinos, will make your processing easier and also for us. Participate in that public hearing and the casino renewal licensing and initial casino license. You're all aware of that. That was very different from, from my life experiences, but it was good to see the community interest, the turnout, and that I think people also are gaining a better understanding of what the Casino Control Commission does. I participated in the applicant interviews for the position of executive director, and for the final selection that has resulted in our selection of Ms. Linda Smith as executive director. And I also contributed to the drafting of the memorandum of agreement between the Casino Control Commission and the VI Department of Health that we're hoping to soon result in that joint program that will allow for the certification and training of gambling disorder clinical therapists within the Division of Behavioral Health that will allow such therapists to be available on island, both in St. Thomas and St. Croix. Council, Attorney Carrington has forwarded our draft to the Department of Health. We're just waiting for them to return it. We've identified the budget. It will be totally funded from the VI Alliance on Responsible Gaming accounts that's administered by the commission. And again, that's another way where we can expend these funds rather than just t-shirts and giveaways and banners, but it's something that would be lasting, where we can say, you could come into the commission, you identify you have believe you have a problem with gambling. Here is someone just literally across the street. You can go and get that help. And importantly, it's going to be on a pay-as-you-can basis. The Division of Behavioral Health turns no one away. If you have insurance, then they will bill your insurance. If you do not, you still get the help because it's part. That's why, and I believe that is why. Not that I believe, I know that's why the commission said, let's try to work with the Division of Behavioral Health so that everyone would have access to such services and would not be denied because of inability to pay. And another good use of the 1% of the casino revenue fund that we're mandated to put into such programs. And Mr. Chair, I do believe I've completed my report.
Thank you so much, Commissioner Ramon. And it is our hope that once we get this program together with the Department of Health, that our industry partners, would join us in that effort and letting people know, the patrons know that there is help available. And where they can get that, where they can obtain that help. Thank you so much. Now I'll move on to the chairman's report. I'm going to begin with from our November 15, 2023 meeting. I informed that Jose Carlos Figueroa and Mike Robbins of GLI, the consultants that the commission hired to review the internet gaming and gambling statutes and make recommendations to the commission, submitted their suggested changes to the commission. Those changes were reviewed by our legal counsel, Attorney Carrington, who provided the office memo to the commission. And our next step in that process is to do a market study analysis, and we're in the process of interviewing vendors that may help us in that along that work. The commission held executive meetings numbers 001, 002, and 003 on January 10th, 2024, January 12th, 2024, and February 28th. 2024 respectively. Resolutions resulting from those meetings are on today's agenda to be approved. Commissioner Herman Purcell mentioned in her report that on Wednesday, February 21st, 2024, the commission convened a special meeting and hearing to receive testimony regarding the renewal license applications from VIGL operations for a renewal of their license and the initial application for a casino at the Randall Dock James racetrack. That meeting was held at the legislature. We expected that there would have been an overflow crowd. And as Commissioner Herman Purcell mentioned, we were pleased to see the interest, the level of interest of the community in this process. It is our hope that the commission would complete our deliberations, which are currently underway, and have a decision certainly within the next 30 days or less. IT support specialist Odino Davila joined me in meetings with two vendors to review time and attendance and scheduling software that we hope to install in at the commission's offices at the casinos. Once selected and installed, it is the expectation that operational efficiencies will be realized. The commission reviewed several investigative reports for licensure, which were all accepted from the Division of Game and Enforcement. As of March 19th, 2024, we have 6 more reports. I suspect more are coming from DTE. As was mentioned previously, the commission received a total of 11 letters of interest for the position of executive director. 7 individuals were selected for interviews. And after that, a rigorous and diligent review and interview process, the commission selected Ms. Linda Smith, who we felt was the best qualified applicant for the position. We again welcome Ms. Smith and wish her much success in her new role. Turning to financial matters and other related activities, the licenses issued by the commission through the quarter ending December 31st, 2023. The commission issued a total of 91 licenses in various categories as follows. We had casino employees at 58, casino key employees at 23, gaming related licenses were 5, and also non-gaming related licenses were also 5. For the same period, the commission issued 94 work permits, 12 exemptions from licensure, and 38 waivers and registry exemption from registration and licensure. I want to thank Mr. Shang and Mr. O'Reilly for providing the data and keeping good control on that activity. The financial report for the fiscal year 2024, the first quarter ended December 31st, 2023. Total revenues including the GVI's contribution for payroll of $349,519. Our total revenues amounted to $384,299. Expenses totaled $435,880, resulting in a deficit for the first quarter of $51,581. Of course, the largest expenditure for the commission is basically payroll for that quarter. It was $252,692, and related fringe benefits amounted to $96,826. The commission's total budget for fiscal year 2024 is $2,394,500 in projected revenues and $2,292,900 in projected expenses for a projected surplus of $1,600. Gross casino revenues for the period October 1st, 2023 to December 31st, 2023, as reported by our casino licensees, Beaver Arena, Big Casino and Caravel Hotel, amounted to $4,640,800. Those casino revenues is of course the total amount received by a casino licensee, less amount paid out as winnings to patron. The gross casino revenue is taxed at a rate of 12%, which is paid into the casino revenue fund. The commission receives 25% of those taxes, with the remaining 75% allocated to certain other government agencies. Employment stats for the quarter ended December 31st, 2023. Both casinos reported a combined gross total payroll of $2,518,800, with a total headcount of 298 employees. Other spending for goods and services, the casino hotel licensee reported spending for other goods and services in the amount of $5,082,900 for the quarter ended December 31st, 2023. Examples of other goods and services, of course, include food, liquor, advertising, insurance, legal expenses, and other professional services. Here ends the officer's report, and which we will move on now to the report from the Division of Gaming Enforcement. Attorney David, let's go forward and present your report.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Good morning, all.
Morning.
Our David, Director of the Division of Gaming Enforcement. Though not on my written report, I'd like to talk briefly about staff in DGE. And that my report is what have occurred for the most part since our last quarterly report that was submitted in November of 2023. As I indicated then, and it has gotten worse since, the DGE is still staffed with only 2 employees beside us. We had help from the CSEP and we lost that person in December. The DGE has been trying still for additional staff, and that has not materialized. But I recently sent a letter to Chairman Pickering and also former Attorney General Smith, indicating the need, the urgent need for additional staffing, especially with the imminent construction of the Racine. And I outline what it is that we need, because obviously anyone in good conscience who will review or understand what it is that is required of the DGE will appreciate the fact that we cannot do what we are required to do with 2 employees and myself. That having been said, I'd like to go forward with what we have done within the past quarter. I would like to start by saying I'm pleased to announce that DGE has completed its backlog of investigations for all CE, CKE, CHE, and CHKE applications that were received in 2022. We are ongoing with the applications that we have received since then, and we have been providing completed reports to the Commission. During that time period, the DGE completed and transmitted to the VICCC or closed out investigations prior to completion for the following: 12 casino key employee applicants, 22 casino employee applicants, and 46 casino hotel employee applicants. During that period, the DGE received from the CCC and opened the hard copy and electronic files for 98 new complaints. The DGE is currently conducting investigation of 2 complaints received for alleged violation of Virgin Islands casino laws and the VICCC rules and regulations. The DG has filed 1 complaint against the Caravelle Hotel and casino for alleged violation of its employment practices. DG had preliminary discussions with the Council for Caravelle Hotel and Casino in the hope of arriving at the resolution of the matter. There will be ongoing discussions with Council, and hopefully we will be able to get to the meat of the complaint and resolve it short of a hearing, if possible. Request for technical assistance. During the past quarter, the DG have responded to approximately 50 requests for technical assistance from both the DB Caribbean Bay Hotel and Casino and the Caravelle Hotel and Casino. DG staff assisted the gaming technicians at the casino in addressing technical problems to the electronic gaming machines to have these machines return to the gaming floor. And we have a situation where, based on the rules and the casino laws and rules and regulations, whenever there is a problem with a machine that is taken out of service, in most instances, the DGP technical staff has to be there to assist in order that the machine can be repaired and placed back on service. Sometimes it might take an hour or 2, sometimes it might take a day or 2. Sometimes it requires both of my staff to be there all the time, only 1 staff is necessary. But that's an ongoing issue. It's not a problem for us, it's something that we have given priority. As I indicated in the past, that comes first, because without the machines operating, there's no use for anything else. So whenever we get a request from in the casino, my instruction to my staff is drop whatever is going and address that problem. Drafting of protocols. During the past quarter, DG has completed comprehensive protocols for conducting due diligence and alleged incident violation investigations, and 2, EGM testing and approval protocols. The draft was submitted to the commission, and that should be the final draft will be should be forthcoming. Training. DG is continuing with its staff training locally, online, and through attendance at conferences. I'm pleased to say that Ms. Flavian, who during the past several months had been gaining competence in conducting testing and approval of EGM, alongside Ms. Luke Perez, who is more familiar with most of the machine, is now ready to independently handle these requests. So in most instances, if Ms. Perez is not available, Ms. Flavian can handle it. And what DG has done in order to keep both of the staff members competent or ongoing the training, I have assigned Ms. Flavian 1 week of the month. She will be the key individual to handle any request from the casinos. The other 3 weeks will be Ms. Luke Perez. So that means she will be trained and then sitting for a long time until something comes up, then she has to go there. So she'll be there on a regular basis to see what's happening. So she'll be in charge for 1 week of the month, and the other 3 weeks, that will be Ms. Perez. Ms. Perez will be the lead. And I have to be doing the job because I don't have one person that to be assigned for that exclusively. Okay, we talked about the regular training for the employees. I'd like to say that Ms. Flavian will be attending the GLI Regulators Roundtable Conference and assisting with CSEGR due diligence investigation. That will be in Las Vegas, April 20 to 26. Ms. Perez will be attending NABRA Annual Conference and Training in South Carolina, June 10th to 13th. Within the next 120 days, DG is planning to have compliance audit conducted of both the DB Caribbean Casino Hotel and the Caravelle Hotel and Casino. DG will also be focusing on AML, and cybersecurity issues that may appear and impact the functioning of the casinos. One thing again that's not on my prepared report, I would like to say during the past quarter, the DG prepared the final report and participated in the VIGL license renewal application and also the initial Racino license application. Mr. Chair, thank you. That's the report of the DG.
Thank you so much, Dr. David, and again, we hear your plea, and as been thinking for your pain. We did receive your letter. The commission has a plan that we want to pursue to see if we could identify funding to support the DGE. It's in the staffing request, and hopefully in the near future, we could meet and further that plan. Commissioner, do you have any questions for Attorney David?
I do, Mr. Chair.
Yes.
Attorney David, if you could just tell me what your compliance audit would describe it, how would that be? Yeah.
Basically, as you know, there are the rules and regulations that the casinos have to adhere to during their regular course of business. The compliance audit will be having someone from outside the company to go through the various divisions within the casino to ensure that they're following the rules and regulations and make recommendations as to what should be done in areas where they fall short. And that is something that we supposed to do regularly. I recall we have done probably 2 or 3 with regard to in the fast 4 DV, and there has not been any done for the Carabel. So that's the reason why I think it's important, and I think also that the investigation that we were doing based on the interviews that we have had with a couple of the staff members, I think it is very important that this be done as soon as possible. So that's what is going to be involved.
Okay, I thank you because when I first read it, I said, is it limited just to the machines? Because you tested, but it up the entire operation, all divisions, and you say it's a third party?
Yes.
Being brought in?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we did a machine audit, I think it was last year, of both casinos to make sure that the machines are communicating properly and testing and doing what it is that they're supposed to do with regard to the commission's guidelines. But that is for the entire casino.
Okay, so the banking,
Everything.
everything, yeah.
Talking about security, we're talking about surveillance, we're talking about banking, we're talking about everything.
Okay. And then the casinos being that we hear, they're now on alert. Right, and assisting you or not, that's so the next.
That's what I'm surprised about it.
No,
We basically informed them when we're going to do that, so.
but you're not saying when, in the 120 days, but I'm coming.
Yeah, we're going to be informed that. And I must say that in the past, one thing done of TV, they were very cooperative. We had no problems with them, but it's the general manager, the staff, everyone, they were very cooperative to getting the stuff done.
They don't want the call made to, they don't want any calls made to the VICCC.
Well, you know what, you're to file a complaint.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Commissioner, William?
You have in the training, you have any plans to have your staff or you yourself do the hours in the work?
Oh, yeah, actually, they have been, I don't think they have completed it as yet, but because that information, I shared it with them. I haven't looked at it myself. And in fact, when I spoke to Mr. Shang, there was an assistant agent from another division that was talking about AML. And when I spoke to Mr. Chang, I told him about it, and he extended it courtesy of having her able to train up with AML. So yeah, so we have been doing that. So we're looking at everything, and we do setting up online webinars, everything, just trying to get them involved in all aspects of it.
Thanks. Thank you again, Attorney David, for your presentation. We now move on to the item number 6A on our agenda. To hear from the report from the casinos and casino hotels as to their activities during this month. March, as you know, is Problem Gambling Awareness Month, or GAM, as recognized by the National Council on Problem Gambling, NCPG. I believe that this is the 21st year of this awareness campaign. The commission continues to request that all casino licensees and other industry partners and stakeholders join us in raising this awareness at least twice a year. PGAM and Sponsors for Gaming Awareness Month, which is held in September by the American Gaming Association. Problem Gambling Awareness Month is a nationwide grassroots campaign, which is, as I mentioned earlier, held annually in March, and it seeks to increase public awareness of problem gambling and promote prevention, treatment, and recovery services. This year's theme is Every Story Matters. And it's a reminder that every narrative, battle, and triumph related to problem gambling is significant. And we know that most people, most of the patrons that attend the casinos, game responsible, but there's that segment of that population that may have some issues, and that is why these two organizations, take the lead in bringing this awareness to the public. With that, I'd like to invite the casino licensees to come up. We get their presentation. Oh, Yvonne, do you want to join? No. Okay. Get with the senior casino licensee. Mr. Capers. Mr. Capers, good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning, Commissioner.
Yes. Yeah. How are things?
Good, thank you.
No, we're really lately.
No. We keep praying for no rain.
We keep praying. Sir.
Good morning, Commissioners, and thank you very much for this opportunity to share with you the program that we're following to address responsible gaming in this month of March 2024. Mr. Shang, did you distribute the copy?
Yes, I did.
Oh, okay. You have in front of you a copy of the packet similar to the legislature that people like to have. Thanks go out to the Commission for introducing us to the company that works in collaboration with VMM. VMM is the competition to GLI, a company that does testing, and it's actually them that put together this RG 24/7 training, which is quite impressive because it's absolutely free to everybody, and the program itself I was very impressed with as we went through it. Very comprehensive, very easy to follow, and a great service to the gaming industry. So we really thank the Commission for turning us onto that. A great learning tool. All of our managers and supervisors have gone through the responsible gaming platform and completed that. We have not done all the modules. There are over 18 modules, but the responsible gaming 24 modules, all of our supervisors and managers have completed that in this month of March. In addition to that training that we did for the supervisors and managers, we have an in-house training for all of our staff that we conduct each March. That is headed up by Human Resources, and that's been done for all of our staff as well. In addition to what we did with the staff, we have disseminated information, and there's some examples of it that I put in the packet for you, both through Facebook and signage throughout the casino, addressing the following issues: problem gaming, fact sheets, dealing with exactly what problem gaming is, how widespread problem gaming is in the United States, details on the support and resources, citing where people can go for help, and warning signs of a gaming problem. So all of that information has been put out on the floor and on Facebook to our patrons. A review of our responsible gaming program was done, and there's a listing in that packet there for you that details all the different areas that we cover. From crew members, our employees, the guests, and audits that we conduct to ensure that we internally are following all of our own policy and procedure. Livy is committed to providing a safe, enjoyable atmosphere where our patrons can game responsibly. We acknowledge that while the number of people that have a gaming problem is small, it is important that they be given the resources to help themselves, and we're committed to ensuring that they have the correct information to get any help that they may need. I do have a question for the commission. It's something that I've brought up before, but do we have any statistics for local? Have we ever received from the 800 number any numbers of the numbers of calls that are coming in? I feel like we're kind of operating in a vacuum. A lot of time and effort is being spent on responsible gaming and money. But it would be very nice to be able to quantify how many people are we talking about? Is it getting better? Is it getting worse? Just having some data to actually be able to point to our efforts and say, okay, this is helping or it's not helping, and we should change what we're doing. But having some data to work around, I think is important.
That's a very good question. We have in the past requested that information from NCPG. Can't remember exactly what the reason is that they didn't collect the data. I mean, identify specifically, they received calls from this area, but they could not tell it was from St. Louis, St. Thomas, or what have you. But we are, and Commissioner Herman Michelle, who jump in on this, but after this, part of this campaign that she spoke of earlier, we are going to have on our website, we're going to have the ability, what we call it, a landing page. We're going to have the ability to track, at least obtain some data as to how many quote unquote hits that may come in and request help. You want to add to that?
Yes, that's an important component of this media campaign, that the term they use, analytics. They'll be able to capture those analytics and tell us the demographic, the age group, who's hitting landing there, proceeding for more information. So we'll at least be able to capture that. We would also be able to say how many people come in for our voluntary self-exclusion program. And when we refer to you and say, I believe in this first quarter alone, we've had, I don't want to, like 3?
2 or 3.
2 or 3. I mean, in this one quarter, right? And then when we have this partnership in place with behavioral health, we'll again have another point. We can capture how many people are actually coming in over there to you, how many people are your therapists seeing. The thing is, we have to start somewhere.
Certainly, yeah.
Right?
And one is too many.
And one, there you go. And we can't be any different from any other jurisdiction in the United States.
Right.
And you know what? We see the revenues. We're happy with what the casinos are producing, but it also has to give you some kind of loss, right? I mean, sometimes it gives me pause and say, okay, you know,
I'm not sorry for making you.
do not. That's what I'm saying. I'm glad you're making money, and the chair will tell you later on why we're so happy the casinos are making money. But you also, the chair and I talk, that's the balance, and that's we do. So we want that, but we want it done in a particular way. And I think we're just doing whatever we can to make sure the casinos make money, but when we go into the casinos, the patrons, it's being done responsibly, and we're not created a bigger issue. And I know the casinos also want that and agree with us on that. So
Yes.
that's what we're doing. In answer to your question.
Yeah, it is of course in the casino best interest to make sure that they identify those people that may have problems. Which would bring me to this question: have you ever had the opportunity to counsel a patron?
We have, it's not an easy thing.
I sure it's not.
And we are not trained therapists. For the most part, it is pointing people towards resources. I can't go in and counsel and help someone like that, because that's my job is to make the money.
Yeah.
But my job is also to provide the resources if people are needing that.
Yeah.
But also keeping it in perspective,
Yes.
it is a very, very small percentage
Yes.
of people that do need that help, but the people that do need the help need that help.
We need help.
And I applaud the commission for really pursuing this and making it available locally. Because it's fine to have a number to call up there, but if you've got somebody at home that you can talk to confidentially who can really help, I believe we're really doing our job if we can make that happen.
And I agree that I think that it is a problem, is a small problem, but the commission also has a mandate to make sure there's a statutory mandate that we make sure such programs are available. So
Yes.
I think we're just,
Yeah.
I think we're all on the same page. That's
Yes.
how we're doing.
I totally agree with you that, because I firmly believe, we cannot manage what we can't measure. We need to be able to measure where we are. Problem. But let me ask, is there any way either the casinos keep any listing or suspicion, the problem? Do you keep anything at all in terms of what you notice, what you suspect? Even if you don't counsel it, but
Problem gaming?
yeah, but any, you don't, we not any.
No, there is not a listing or anything, because again, we're not qualified to diagnose.
Yeah,
If you can see someone's having a hard time.
but you mentioned that in your thing that you have, you teach your employees warning signs of the problem. If you notice that in any of the patrons, you record it or anything, no?
There are no written reports of that, no.
Yeah, but I truly believe to be able to manage it, small problem, but if we to be able to manage it, you have to be able to measure the extent of it.
And you know what, if I mention it, you're referencing also something getting from the RG 24/7 training. They say, none of us are counselors, and you may see a patron who appears to be having a problem, but they caution, you have to proceed because we're not trained in that. And so you just provide the signage and you say, hey, you may want to take this card, and that's all you can do. But I agree with you, if there can be someone available on St. Croix, I can go into that office and that person's, speaks with this same manner I speak, or can understand, rather than this 800 number, I can't get through.
Then what?
Yeah.
What is it?
And I have to admit, what? And, or I can't get through, but literally across the street from the commission, behavioral health, how easy will that be? Somebody comes in and files for voluntary self-exclusion. So ma'am, here's a card, go across there. And we cross the street safely, and then we would. gave it to us. And that's what we're trying to achieve.
Yes, and again, and to what has been said before, you know, it is small problem. We have, well, up to now, we have, no way of measuring it. We hope to be able to do that in the future. And, it is a small problem now. We don't want it to become a bigger problem.
Certainly.
You know, because if it becomes a social issue, you know what happens, that 12% may become 24%. Of his action, right? So, we wanna make sure, we wanna make sure, you know, that we manage that, you know, and all the, and we wanna partner, you know, with you guys, you know, in helping to address that issue, and if we could provide numbers before, whatever support that we can give, you know, we are willing to do, because that tax is paid 1% of that goes to these programs.
Right.
You know, so we will continue in that effort. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Mr. Russell, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Commissioners. Once again, good morning, everybody. It is our pleasure to discuss our role in the campaign for Problem Gambling Awareness Month. The Caravan Hotel and Casino is dedicated to keeping our community informed about the impact of gambling addiction and the many ways to get help. On March 1st, we launched a radio ad campaign with WJKC Communications, which informed our listeners across its multiple radio stations that the month of March is Problem Gambling Awareness Month, the theme for the PGAM 2024 campaign, and the many avenues to use if help is needed for a suspected gambling problem. We included Problem Gambling Awareness Month information on all of our social media platforms, our website, our on-screen displays on all our slot machines, our digital display boards within the main sale casino. We created hard copy flyers for distribution and forwarded information via email to all of our subscribed Caravan Rewards Club members. The PGAM flyers, which consisted of the PGAM toolkit, were located at our cash cage in the main sale casino and the Players Club booth in the top sale casino. On March 4th, we launched Problem Gambling Awareness trivia questions on our Facebook page to our Caravan Rewards Club members and in-house to our employees using our payroll processing app. Caravan Rewards Club members were able to win free slot play and other prizes if they answered our weekly PGAM trivia questions correctly. Employees were able to win PTO hours and other prizes if they answered the trivia questions correctly as well. On March 6, 2024, we released the Problem Gambling Awareness Month facts on Facebook and Instagram. We provided the correct responses to our weekly PGAM trivia questions and other pertinent Problem Gambling Awareness Month information. On March 11th, we provided information on how to take part in the Gambling Disorder Screening Day on all of our social media platforms throughout our casino, and encourage our Rewards Club members and followers to participate. Gambling Disorder Screening Day is a one-day event held annually on the second Tuesday of March during Problem Gambling Awareness Month. Gambling Disorder Screening Day was held this year on Tuesday, March 12th. On March 16th, 2024, the Caravan Hotel and Casino participated in the 2024 St. Patrick's Day Parade and utilized a mobile digital display board provided by KSS Audio to promote Problem Gambling Awareness Month. Did anybody aside from you see it? On March 31st, we have decided to ask the community to share their story with us or provide some encouraging words of support to those who may be struggling with gambling addiction. It will be posted on our Caravel Facebook page, and we are seeking the assistance of the commissioners of the Virgin Islands Casino Control Commission with the judging of these submissions. Based on your decision, the owners of the top 10 submissions will receive a Caravel t-shirt and $25 in free slot play. Now, the Caravel Hotel and Casino will continue our efforts to provide our Caravel Rewards Club members and our followers with information on problem gambling awareness until the 2024 Responsible Gambling Awareness Month campaign begins. As always, we would like to thank you for this opportunity and appreciate the focus and resources the Virgin Islands Casino Control Commission has dedicated to this important event.
Thank you very much, Ms. Russell. I did hear about the floater and the float in the parade, and I see that you were fully engaged. I have a question for you. Can you give us one of those trivia questions?
We'll have to pull up my phone.
I'm curious.
Sure. It's everything
We're
pertaining.
gonna see if our commissioner will accept the answer.
Let me find the hardest one.
You know, but yes, yeah, yeah, like I said, I heard that we did have that done at the St. Patrick's Day parade, and so you were again, fully engaged. We appreciate that.
She did say that. Ms. Russell, in the response to the email one I sent, and I said, what are you doing? And you say, watch and see. And you did. I commend you though for participating in National Disorder Screening Day. Because that's huge. Did you inform NGPG, because they were trying to reach out and understand what every different groups did for that. That'd be good to let them know how you the Caravel participated and joined these stuff, because they gathered that information. Determine it's which.
Is she ready for her question?
Yeah.
All right, so on March 18th, we launched name 3 of the warning signs of a gambling problem.
That's a brief one.
Okay, trying to recoup your losses, that's what you talk, things like that. Not me. Spending more and more time doing it, and it no longer becomes entertaining. Right? You're doing it now to the exclusion of everything else.
Do you want me to read out the facts now?
Your party.
We got this from the fact sheet.
No, but I mean, that is so general.
Yeah.
Let's make sure we understand.
She's not repeating the same answer in a different form.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so some warning signs of a gambling problem are thinking about gambling all the time, feeling the need to bet more money and more often, going back to try to win your money back, chasing losses, feeling restless or irritable when trying to stop or cut down, gambling despite the negative consequences. In extreme cases, problem gambling can cause bankruptcy, legal problems, job loss, family harms, and thinking about suicide.
Did I not nail that?
Any questions for Ms. Russell?
I thank Ms. Russell and Mr. Capers for their report.
Commissioner?
You mentioned the first event said what the commissioners judge.
My last one is March
March
31st.
31st.
We're gonna keep the trivia question, but we want the community to tell us their story, or at least provide some kind words of support to anyone struggling with a gambling problem. So then you decide which ones you feel is more suitable to what we're looking for.
That is very commendable. Again, we appreciate your efforts. We appreciate the efforts of our industry partners in recognizing that although, again, not to be too redundant, but that it's a small problem, but we don't want it to get to be a bigger problem. So all efforts that are made in addressing it, greatly appreciated by this commission. Okay? Thank you very much. Yeah, moving on to the next item on the agenda, which I believe is new business. Item number 7. We have items A through G, which are approvals of several resolutions that the required actions taken our executive meetings, as I mentioned in the change report. And so now I will entertain motions to approve these resolutions. We're gonna do them item by item, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so are you gonna offer those motions, make those motions, Commissioner Whitcomb? Okay,
I will.
okay, please.
Mr. Chair, I move for the approval and ratification of licensure resolution number 008-2023, which was dated December 6th of 2023, which is a resolution of the Virgin Islands Casino Control Commission to approve casino employee and casino servicing entity licenses pursuant to Virgin Islands Code, Title 32, Section 446. I so move.
Mr. Chair, I second the motion to approve the resolution, acting to resolution 0008-2023. VICCC administrative actions on consumer employee and consumer citizen license.
Yes, okay. The motion to approve licensure resolution number 008-2023 has been moved by Commissioner Monticello and seconded by Commissioner Luther Renee. Hearing no objections, the motion is hereby approved.
Chair, item 7B. I move for the approval and ratification of VICCC resolution number 001-2024 dated January 10th of 2024. This is a resolution of the Virgin Islands Casino Control Commission for the election of officers. And that election was held on January 10th of 2024, and pursuant to that resolution, I was elected as vice chair of the commission, and Commissioner Luther F. Renee elected as secretary treasurer. I so.
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion to approve resolution number 001-2024, administrative action resolution of the Virgin Islands Control Commission for the election of officers.
Thank you. The motion to approve VICCC resolution number 001-2024 is moved by Commissioner Herman Patel, seconded by Commissioner Renee. Hearing no objections, that motion is hereby approved. Next.
Chair, item 7C, I move for the approval and ratification of VICC resolution number 002-2024. This resolution was a resolution of the Virgin Islands Casino Control Commission approving the full disbursement of money remaining in the Casino Revenue Fund earmarked for youth programs pursuant to 32 Virgin Islands Code, Section 517C, to the Jobs for America's Graduates Virgin Islands Program pursuant to 32 Virgin Islands Code, Section 518, subsection A3, and authorizing the closing of Banco Popular account number 590-148-450. And that resolution provided for the disbursement of $385,743 to the job program. I so moved.
Mr. Chairman, I move to second the motion for approval of resolution number 002-2024. A resolution of the Virgin Islands Casino Control Commission approving the full disbursement of monies remaining in the casino revenue fund earmarked for youth program pursuant to Title 32 VIC Section 517 to the Jobs for America's graduates in the Virgin Islands.
Thank you, Commissioner Renee. The motion to approve resolution number VICC resolution number 002-2024 has been moved by Commissioner Herman Purcell and seconded by Commissioner Renee. Hearing no objections, the motion is hereby approved.
Mr. Chair, I move that the commission approves and ratifies licensure resolution number 001 of 2024 concerning administrative actions on casino employee and casino servicing entity licenses. Issued pursuant to Virgin Islands Code, Title 32, Section 446. And this resolution is dated January 10th of 2024. I so move.
Mr. Chairman, I move that I second the motion to approve the resolution of licensure resolution number 001-2024. VICC administrative action on casino employees and casino servicing entity licenses. A resolution of the Virgin Islands Casino Control Commission to approve casino employee and casino servicing entity licenses pursuant to Virgin Islands Code Title 32, Section 446, which was at the executive meeting on January 10th, 2024, held at the Casino Control Commission office in St. Croix, Virgin Islands.
Thank you, Commissioner Renee. The motion to approve licensure resolution number 001-2024 was moved by Commissioner Herman Purcell, seconded by Commissioner Renee. Hearing no objections, the motion is hereby approved.
Mr. Chair, I move that the commission approves and ratifies licensure resolution number 002 of 2024, dated February 28th of 2024. And this concern administrative actions on casino employee and casino servicing entity licenses pursuant to Title 32, Section 443. Oh, I'm sorry. In this first instance is when we began to use the statement of compliance pursuant to Title 32, Section 433, and issue licenses pursuant to Title 32, Section 446. And that resolution stated February 28th of 2024. I so move.
Mr. Chair, I second the motion to approve for the approval of licensure resolution number 002-2024. VICC administrative actions on casino employee and casino servicing entity licenses. Resolution of the Virgin Islands Casino Control Commission to approve statements of compliances pursuant to Virgin Islands Code Title 32, Section 433, and to approve casino employee licenses pursuant to Virgin Islands Code Title 32, Section 446. A resolution at the executive meeting on February 28th, 2024, held at the Casino Controls Commission's office in St. Croix, Virgin Islands.
Thank you, Commissioner Renee. The motion to approve licensure resolution number 002-2024 was moved by Commissioner Herman Purcell and seconded by Commissioner Renee, hearing no objections, the motion is hereby approved.
The chair. Item 7F on our agenda. Move that we approve and ratify VICCC resolution number 003 of 2024. A resolution dated March 26 of 2024, which is a supplemental resolution of the Virgin Islands Casino Control Commission approving the full disbursement of monies remaining in the Casino Revenue Fund and marked for youth programs pursuant to Title 32 Virgin Islands Code, Section 517C, to the Jobs for America Graduates Virgin Islands Program pursuant to Title 32 Virgin Islands Code, Section 518, subsection 8(3). And this supplemental resolution captures interest income of $213.64, and to add to the total amount in the initial resolution to account for the full disbursement of that account and the closing of the Banco Popular account number 590-14-8450 I said.
Chairman, I second the motion for the approval of resolution 003, VICC resolution 003-2024. A supplemental resolution of the Virgin Islands Casino Control Commission approving the full disbursement of monies remaining in the Casino Revenue Fund earmarked for the youth programs pursuant to Title 22, VIC Section 517C, the Jobs for America's Graduates Virgin Islands Program pursuant to Title 32 VIC Section 518A(3), and authorizing the closing of Banco Popular account number 590-1484520.
Thank you, Commissioner Renee. The motion to approve VICCC resolution number 003-2024 has been moved by Commissioner Herman Purcell, seconded by Commissioner Renee. Hearing no objection, the motion is hereby approved.
And finally, Mr. Chair, item 7G. I move that the Commission approves and ratifies licensure resolution number 003-2024, the statement of compliance issued to DB Carina Bay Resort and Casino pursuant to Virgin Islands Code, Title 32, Section 433, and Virgin Islands Rules and Regs, Title 32, Chapter 436, pending report from the Division of Gaming Enforcement. I so move that we ratify that resolution of the statement of compliance, the DB Carina Bay Resort and Casino. Oh, dated, and it's dated February 2nd of 2024. I so move.
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion for the approval of licensure resolution number 003-2024, a statement of compliance resolution of the Virgin Islands Control Commission to approve the casino license statement of compliance pursuant to Virgin Islands Code, Title 32, Section 433, and 32 VIRR Chapter 436, Subchapter 3, at the regular held meeting on March 27, 2024.
Thank you, Commissioner Renee. The motion to approve licensure resolution number 003-2024, statement of compliance, has been moved by Commissioner Herman Purcell, seconded by Commissioner Renee. Hearing no objections, that motion is hereby approved. Commissioner?
Uh, Could I ask for recess?
Okay,
Sure.
yes. This meeting and hearing stand in recess for 10 minutes. Back on. So,
Yes, sure. Thank you for the time. I just want to clarify for the record concerning licensure resolution number 003 of 2024. The statement of compliance issued for BB Carino Bay Resort and Casino. The period when I stated that date dated February 2nd of 2024, that's incorrect. The period of the statement of compliance is from February 2nd of 2024 till expiration on February 1st of 2025. Or sooner, depending on the submission of DGE report. Not that the resolution itself was dated February 2nd of 2024. Thank you.
thank you, Commissioner Patel, for that clarification. Much appreciated. The next item on the agenda is item number 8. Any other business? Colleagues, do you have any other business before the commission? Okay, hearing none. Before closing the meeting, I'd like to put on the record that earlier this morning, the commission had the opportunity to present to the Department of Labor as the conduit to the Department of Education, a check in the amount of $385,956.64 to support the fiscal year 2024 budget for the JAG-VI, that's Jobs for America's Graduates VI program. These funds came about as, from the taxes paid by the casino and casino operators as part of the casino revenue tax. 10% of that allocation came from the taxes that you pay. The job of the commission is to make sure that the casino operators live up to their obligations, and you do. It's much appreciated. And those funds came from legal gaming activities. I want to stress that legal gaming activities. This illegal gaming market provides nothing to the treasury of the government of the Virgin Islands, and those activities need to be discouraged. So we want to thank you, our industry partners, who are living up to your obligations, and it not only benefits St. Croix, where we all are located, but it benefits the entire U.S. Virgin Islands government treasury. So we had the presentation this morning, both commissioners were here, and they were accompanied by the students that are participating in this program. In case you didn't know, this was during my tenure. That total amount came to over $722,000 for this program, and so we are very pleased to be partners with you in this effort, and we want to see a healthy and stable casino gaming industry. So I just wanted to put that on the record and to say thank you very much. if there are no further business for today's meeting, I want to thank all of the participants for appearing here today. I of course want to extend my thanks and appreciation to the commission staff. ED, I hope you got baptized. It's not over. You know, you know that there's a lot going on. You know, in this commission, I bet you didn't think that there was a lot going on.
No, I know.
You know, but there is. I want to thank again our legal counsel. I want to thank our court reporter, Mrs. Descartes, you know, for making that long journey over here to St. Croix. I heard attorney Carrington asked me if you had your passport this morning. Yeah, but thank you very much. Thank you, all. Happy Easter holiday weekend to one and all those of you that may be traveling. Safe travels, and please do enjoy the Easter holidays. Commissioner, do you want to add anything to that?
Just all the best for everybody who's camping.
Yes,
I want someone to invite me to the campsite. We don't do that in the same town, so I'm really interested. But all the best for the holidays and hey, see, Mr. Capers, I told you why something the chair would share with you why we want, because he knows to be robust in it.